You know that moment when you look at your art and feel like you're not improving? It feels like you're stuck at the same level while other artists seem to be advancing quickly. If you've ever thought this way, relax, because today I'll show you the advice that can genuinely speed up your progress in drawing and art overall. I'm talking about something beyond tutorials and traditional techniques. It's a mindset, a way of approaching practice that can completely transform how you learn. I'll show you how to train in a way that makes your skills take off, even if you already feel like you're drawing enough. Let's dive in, because there's a lot of great stuff for you to discover. By the way, if you're tired of drawing and feeling like nothing is improving, pay attention. Marc Brunet's Art School for Digital Artists was what pulled my drawings out of stagnation and gave me an insane boost. It's like going through an art school, but for a fraction of the price and only with what really matters: perspective, anatomy, color, composition, and much more, all explained step by step, from beginner to advanced. It is, by far, the best and most complete art course on the market. Don't waste time stuck at the same level. The link's in the description. Check it out now. Let's get back to the video. There's no learning without discomfort. This might seem obvious, but a lot of people forget it. When we start drawing, it's natural to stay in the comfort zone, repeating what we already know how to do well. After all, it's nice to draw what we already master, right? But the key to growth is learning to enjoy discomfort. Exactly. Challenge yourself, put yourself to the test, try doing things you're not yet good at. This is the fastest path to improvement. Think of this metaphor. Imagine your drawing skills are like an elastic band. When you stretch the elastic, it extends, right? But if you let go, it returns to its original size. However, if you pull the elastic a little further each time, it starts to give, to become more flexible. Similarly, when you challenge yourself in drawing, it's like pulling that elastic. At first it hurts, it feels tough, but over time, your brain adapts to those new skills. Be brutally honest about your weaknesses. Many people, after finishing a drawing, like to admire what went well and ignore what turned out a bit off. But if you only look at your strengths, how will you correct the flaws? One secret of artists who evolve quickly is that they're not afraid to look at their mistakes and learn from them. When you finish a drawing, instead of only thinking, is it pretty or ugly, ask yourself, what could improve? What's out of proportion? Is the shading where it should be? This kind of self-assessment is essential to avoid staying stuck with the same problems for too long. Vary your references. Many people only draw based on things they like, such as anime characters, cartoons, or superheroes. But the real trick is to seek references outside what you're used to. Study classical painting, photography, sculptures. This will expand your visual repertoire and bring a richness to your work you can't even imagine. If you only feed on the same type of art, your work becomes limited. But when you open yourself to different influences, it's like feeding your brain with new ideas, new ways of seeing the world. Your work is a product of the blend of all your references. Remember that. Practice deliberately. This concept is crucial. Many people think that just drawing a lot is enough to improve, but that's not quite true. Actually, you improve only to a certain extent, to be honest. But if your goal is to reach a professional level, practicing for the sake of it isn't enough. Deliberate practice is when you draw with a specific purpose. Instead of just sketching aimlessly, you choose an aspect to focus on. It could be improving the movement in your characters, the accuracy of your lines, the perspective in your scenes, or even how you use colors. This approach makes each drawing session much more productive because you're focused on evolving in a specific area. The process is slow. I know this may sound contradictory after talking so much about improving fast, but what I mean is that even though you can see significant improvement in a short time, the journey is long. And that's okay. Actually, I'd say the journey is endless since you never really stop learning. When you focus on small victories, on learning a little each day, growth becomes much more sustainable. The trick is to balance those moments of stretching the elastic with moments of enjoying what you've already accomplished. Celebrate your achievements. It may seem trivial, but recognizing how far you've come is essential to staying motivated. The artistic journey is full of ups and downs, and it's easy to get frustrated when things don't go as planned. But when you look back and see how much you've improved, it gives you the strength to keep going. Remember that first drawing you made? Now look at your latest work. The improvement is real, even if we sometimes don't notice it. So if you really want to speed up your growth as an artist, remember to embrace discomfort. Be honest about your mistakes, vary your references, and practice with focus. And above all, never lose the joy of drawing. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is the passion for what you do. Technique comes with time, but the love for art is what will keep you drawing, even on the hardest days. So, are you ready to take your art to the next level? If this video helped you, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next ones. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to check the description. There are several important links that can help you even more. See you in the next video.